Welcome to the Locker, Season 2, Episode 33. Man A. White, along with my man Van House. What's going on?
Man, I'm good, man. I don't know if we are to blame, or specifically you are to blame for the latest news, because I think somebody might have been scared to come in the locker and talk to us after our man Stu came on and he decided to go up north so he don't have to handle this heat. I'm just saying.
I did. Oh, and that is true. That is true, man. They started throwing his number out. We probably could have kept him if we got him in here.
Right. So,
But so if everybody's not aware, Kentucky Wildcats have lost defensive back coach Steve Clinkscale to the University of Michigan, which if I'm gonna lose him, anybody, University of Michigan is where I'm cool with losing. But so man, we got a lot to talk about, man. That is where I was gonna start off, but we'll talk about Steve Clinkscale. We got a chance this Sunday. We got a chance to talk to Alex Afari, defensive back commit, and Orlando Antigua back in the mix. Brought this man Chin Coleman with him. Tim Tebow is coming back to football. He's coming back to the NFL for all the ladies. All the ladies. Tim Tebow is coming back to play football, or at least try out to play football. I don't know how long that's going to be. I also want to know how I feel about the Derby shenanigans. Bob Baffert, what he got going on. Eddie George to TSU. Kenny Mayne, I thought he left ESPN at one point, but now Kenny Mayne's hanging it up, and his tweets sound like it ain't really something he wanted to do.
Right. But you might be thinking of Keith Olbermann left a long time ago.
No, Kenny Mayne. I think he left his spot. The night. That's where I started. That's where I really started liking him, watching him at night. Okay. That's how I knew he was gone. Then all of a sudden he'd show up in spots. Yeah. And I was like, he was doing a night show by himself. And I don't know why he escapes me. Franklin, is that the name of the basketball transfer from Iowa?
Frederick.
Frederick. Okay, I knew that one right. Frederick. Yeah, so we'll talk a little bit about him, but we are going to address. I don't know how much we're going to talk about. We are going to address one of our coaches getting in trouble, being a little bit irresponsible. So we're going to discuss that a little bit too. So, hey, if you got 55 minutes, hang in there with us, man. We're going to discuss a lot of things. So first off the top, man, Clinkscale, $500K last year. Mm-hmm. I think up from $400K in 19. 300K in 18, or I might be off by 1 year, but it was 500, 400, 300.
It sounds about right.
The position he's taking over left 680 on the board, man. Good move, bad move. You think they wine and dined him? You think he couldn't turn it down, or you think the money gonna be way better than what was here?
I don't think it's any of that, honestly, from my opinion. I think it's a great thing that we're in a situation to have a great coach leave. I know it sounds weird, but here's the reason why. I think is he didn't see a path to being defensive coordinator. If Brad White left, I think Summerall would have been slated as defensive coordinator. And Clinkscale will still be passing game coordinator, but he wouldn't be the DC though. He'll be quote unquote given the moniker of co-defensive coordinator, but he wouldn't be the one calling the plays on Saturday. That would have been Summerall. And I think he has a more direct line to that possibility with Michigan. So I think that's the draw. is the possibility of getting that DC job quicker there than he would get it at Kentucky. Because I just don't see his path to getting to be a DC here.
Well, my one question I kind of got is, and I don't know if I've ever heard this before. Correct me if I'm wrong. Let me know if you've heard otherwise.
Uh-huh.
So Harbaugh gets an extension for less. His extension gave him less money per year. Not like they added money and extended to your contract. He took a pay cut and extension.
Huh.
I think he might have been in like 8 or something like that. And he went down like 5 or something per year. They extended it out with less money over the long haul.
Wow.
So I'm trying to figure out, this might be Harbaugh's last grasp to keep his job.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to find out if they told him, which I think is pretty intelligent, if they told him, we're gonna give you less, and I want you to bring in some coaches that's gonna get the job done. They're gonna throw a little bit of money at him. But $750,000 mil, like he get up around a $750,000 mil point. But here's my only other reservation. I know people gonna, come up on Twitter. Not even the reservation, but it will come up on Twitter. Is that if you in a place that's solid like Kentucky, they want you to win 7 games, 7 games. Well, we passed the 6th frame now. I think
8.
we win 7,
8,
and be looking at 8.
Yeah,
and you're gonna be around for a while, man. Harbaugh might not have 2 more years because the people that's been left here when college rank ain't haven't really fared well, have they?
No.
Well, Neil wants to be a offensive coach, Neil wants to be a head coach, but so Brumbaugh was gone soon. Where did LeBlanc go to? LeBlanc is only in his 2nd year, right?
Arkansas, I think.
Okay, yeah.
Which is back home, so close to home.
Right.
But here's the deal. Here's what I want people to calm down about. Just because we lost Clinkscale, which is it hurts. It does. It's not hurt. It is a blow to the program for that period of time that you heard that he took another job. But do we remember who Clinkscale replaced? Do you remember?
I don't remember.
Yeah, he was a hot coach, and people was, oh my God, we just lost Derek Ansley to Alabama. Oh my God, the program is gone. He just did a great job with the defensive backs, and we're in trouble. And oh my God, how could we replace Ansley? And guess what? Who we replaced him with? We replaced him with Steve Clinkscale. I don't have no doubt in my mind that a former defensive back coach has a relationship, has network connections with another great defensive back coach who will come to Kentucky. We haven't had problems replacing coaches on defense. We lost House, we got Brad White. We lost LeBlanc, we got Stu. We lost, who's linebacker coach? We got Sumrall. We have replaced great coaches with other great coaches on the defensive side. Now, if you went to the other side of the ball, I can understand your reservations, maybe. But on this side of the ball, there is nothing to be worried about. Dude, I'm telling you. One thing is Ed Reed ain't coming here, though, but he's going to find a damn good coach to come in here. He's going to find a good recruiter because people was worried about Clinkscale when he got here. He's going to be a recruiter. Don't worry about the defensive side of the ball for coaches. Stoops, he has receipts, so don't worry about it.
I thought Ansley was gone a lot longer than that. I thought Ansley had been gone a while ago.
Dude, Ansley been gone what? Clinkscale's been here 3-4 years?
Yeah, 3 years. I thought Clinkscale was here longer. I remember Ansley when Ansley left, but it seemed like it was a long time ago.
No, Ansley
it just kind of seems like it was long. That's why I didn't think Ansley. That was the only person I could think of next. I thought there was somebody in between there.
Ansley coached at Bama for 1 or 2 years because then he went to Tennessee. He followed Pruitt. How long has Pruitt been at Tennessee? 3 years?
I think it's 3. They had so much turnover. See, I'm
going to say this. I think Ansley coached at Bama for 1 or 2. And he followed Pruitt to Tennessee, And now I think he's in the pro ranks. I think he's in with the Chargers or something.
I did think I heard his name thrown around. I do think I heard his name thrown around. Hey, so man, speaking of coaching, man, let me put Coach Stewart on block, man, because I don't want to yes. Cut him off, mute his conversation. Okay, so like I said, we're gonna get in and out.
Yeah.
Thoughts on Bo Knight? I'm gonna keep it short and sweet. Is he gonna remain with the program? Is this something repairable? Is it something forgivable? Will he remain with the program? And you had any suggestions on what could have took place, how it could be mended, how it could be overlooked? Any thoughts on the subject?
Oh, I thought Ansley went to Bama, but whatever. So Stu would know more than I. So he went to the Raiders, then Tennessee. So here's my problem with all this. One, let me start with this. He didn't take a breathalyzer. So
he did it.
He did not.
I'm not aware of that. I was not aware of that.
So that helps him out a lot because there's no proof that he was above the drinking limit. We don't know. He had an open container in his car. Sure. He was disoriented. Sure. He might have been tired from being in office all day. There's so many things that can make you disoriented. We don't know. They smelled it. Well, it was an open container. I'm sure he's going to get a great lawyer. So he's kind of got himself in the clear a little bit.
Hold on, before you go any further, you said he has himself a great lawyer, but do you think our coaching staff and administration is going to be patient while the lawyer does whatever he has to do?
This can happen quickly. No, this can happen quickly. This can be open and shut case. He didn't take a breathalyzer. He's probably going to get his license suspended. But as far as, is he going to get charged with DUI or is he going to get charged with having an open container? If he doesn't get charged with DUI,
how can you do your job if you don't have a license?
That's a great segue. This is a segue that I don't understand how people do not damn call a Uber or a Lyft and leave your car at the place that you were. Back in the day, I understand. I might have understood you had to call a taxi, and those taxis are whatever. But in 2021, with the availability and the ease of use, print up your phone and going, "Oop, I need an Uber on this address. Come get me." It makes no sense to me now.
I say two things. One, you can't really Uber from Northern Kentucky to Lexington. You can. If that's the case, you might as well get a hotel room and wait till you sober up. That's going to be a hefty ticket. And I don't know who you're going to get to Uber you all the way there.
Right. Uber you to a hotel.
Okay. Now, I'm with you on that. Here's another thing. Do you recall or are you aware of the frequency that Cincinnati Bengals players got arrested while driving? And I always thought that was odd. I was like, these are pro players. Obviously, we both spent time in the league, and I'm not assuming that any breaking of the law should be overlooked because of that. But typically, there's things in order. But I do recall our times, like me finishing up college and me moving back down here in 2005. That I was like, man, why are these Cincinnati Bengals dudes? I was like, man, they're crazy. Well, like, why are they always in the news? I wonder if it's a bit of jealousy or something that these guys are looking for. But
if you drive in 96 and a 75, you are bringing on the trouble. If you was driving 77, it may be looking a little suspect in his driving ability. That's one thing. But when you're going 20 over the speed limit, you are drawing attention to yourself off jump, especially there's not a lot of traffic on the road.
Yeah. I'm gonna say this wrapping it up, man, because we ain't judge or jury here. I'm gonna say this wrapping it up. Tiffin Wildcat did say, JD did say, he didn't take he didn't blow in the field. They typically give you another chance to blow once they take you in. They give you one last chance before they throw the slammer on you.
Right.
But I'm just seeing everything. All the reports I'm seeing is driving, or do you automatically take a driving under the influence when you don't blow? Is that a default?
Yeah, you are deemed as being guilty because you didn't take the breathalyzer. But there's a ways around it though. So with him not taking it, so I knew somebody. So he didn't take it, right?
Right.
He slept it off. So he wasn't sloppy drunk. He might have been barely over. He woke up the next day and did something, and he was under the limit. I can't remember what happened. So him sleeping it off helped him out.
Oh, dang, that was pretty generous of them.
Right.
Next day.
Right. Okay. But obviously, certain people get a little more freedom than others. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
This person I'm talking about was not a huge name, but was a name. Then if you and I would have been, they would have thrown the book at our ass. But some people, they give a little more rope than others. So I'm sure. I'm just saying this. They pull them over for speeding.
Right.
I think everything else is gonna get thrown out. I really do. They're gonna get him for speeding. He's gonna have to pay that ticket, take the classes, whatever, and all the other stuff is gonna be thrown out because he didn't test. So,
and we're gonna wrap it up on this. Your thoughts is that likely once Saul likely all he'll end up with a speeding ticket. And there won't be any further repercussions from the team. Well, there may be repercussions, but as far as you are doubting termination. I'm not as generous as you to doubt termination.
Oh, but I'm not. I didn't go there.
I just
didn't go to termination. I don't know what's going to happen on that end. I don't know. Is he going to be a coach this season? I can't answer that one, but I can say that he's not going to. That DUI probably won't be on his record. That's all I can say.
And if it's not on your record, do they actually have grounds to let you go?
Yes.
For speeding?
No, for making a program look like crap.
No, but I'm saying if it doesn't go, if none of that counts. Well, I mean, I guess open container, but if it doesn't go on your record, then you kind of run.
Hold on. They can fire you for anything. There's no clause that says.
Oh no, I'm saying they can. I'm saying they can, but I just don't know if you have enough to go on. If that's not on his record, it's just a speeding ticket. The only thing that's concluded.
Hey, it depends on how much Coach Stoops likes him.
And I say two things.
Okay.
I don't expect him to be back now.
Okay.
I don't think he has the patience to wait for this whole thing to be over. I think, and it's funny, the media here ain't really discussing it much, and that's good. I'm cool with that. The only thing that I really had an issue with is that I think that coaches don't like off season. Kentucky's doing hot thing when they talk about being in the top, the top 10 and recruiting at this point, and a lot of good things going on. Coaches just don't like getting phone calls in the off season. That ain't about a Yahtzee or something. So that's right. So moving on.
Let me say one thing real quick. So Derek Ansley went from Kentucky to Bama, coached there 2 years. Then he went to the Raiders for a year. Then he went to Tennessee for 2.
Okay. Moved on up the charts, man.
Yeah, and now he's back in the league.
All right. So we have you watched a film on Alex Afari, the DB, 6'2"?
Man, dude.
200.
I just talked to my dad and I had a conversation about this weekend. Was at a track meet and we were talking about corners because my dad played corner. And I'm like, dude, when I was at Kentucky, when I came back to Kentucky for that Peach Bowl deal, I'm like, dude, I told my dad, man, they had 2 6'3" and a 6'4" corner. He was like, get out of here.
Yeah.
And I'm like, he was like, well, they said you were a big corner. I was only 6 feet. 6'3", 6'4", and now 6'2". How the heck? Where they making these kids from, man? 6'2" corner? Like, it's not like you get like one every now and then. Didn't we recruit another guy who was 6'1", 6'2"? Wasn't there another corner?
Yeah, there is.
Dude,
there is.
We're gonna have 5 to 6 corners that are taller than the safeties.
Yep, Lonnie Johnson. If one of the twins from Tennessee decides not to play quarterback and wants to go to a skill spot, that joker's 6'3", 6'4".
Right. Dude, can you imagine? I can't, bruh.
That's what I was just about to say. I just wrote down DK Metcalf.
It doesn't look, man. You don't need. Look, there have been some dogs. Antonio Winfield is one. You ain't got to be called to play corner. You just as a corner. See, this is people got to think about. As a corner, if I'm pressing against DK Metcalf, I'm not being physical with him.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna throw my hands on him. I'm gonna play a little soft man and go from there. There's like T.O. There's no way in hell I'm getting physical with T.O. It ain't worth it. Now I might shock him once or twice every now and then. I'm not gonna consistently try to get up in his grill and hand fight with a guy who's bigger than me. It ain't gonna happen.
Oh no, that's pretty wise. But I watched this film and we had him on Sunday. So man, I'm pulling at his teeth. I'm tugging at him.
Uh-huh. I
asked him, man. He said he's versatile, man. I was asking him. I asked him. No, he might have been. I think they had him listed more than 2. He might be like 210. And I was asking him, would you rather stay at the corner? Because he was coming downhill, like he was coming straight downhill. I think that's the other corner we watched was dude that was just lighting everybody up.
That's right. Who was that? Exactly.
I can't remember who it was. We watched him on here a little bit.
Yeah.
But he was. But so I asked him. I said, I explained my situation coming in at 171, first spring up to 196. So I was like, man, we mind putting in another 20 pounds, getting down there in the box. You already want to hit. Man, he said, she was straight face. Hey, man, coach, let me know what you want me to do. It don't make me no difference. Either way, he sounded he just want to play football. So
that's what I'm talking about.
It was a pretty slick interview, man.
That's what I'm talking about. Hey, man, that's what look. And that's the mindset you have to have on all levels after high school. Is you gotta be willing to play whatever, because that's just how you're gonna get on the field. If you are one dimensional and they bring in some other guys who are just as good as you might not get a chance to play. So it's best to be versatile. So if a guy this is a great thing, and this is what happened to me too. I was a corner, where the safety go down my freshman year, I moved to safety.
Right.
And my senior year, Keo Wilson got hurt. I was able to go back to safety for a couple games so he got back. Now, that allowed other people to play, and also allowed me to play a little more because then there was no backup. And I had backup corners that we rotated. So it is a must to have more than one tool in your toolbox.
You know, one thing, and I never questioned Coach Smith. One thing I always thought about, like, when you look at these corners now, I always felt like I should have been a safety when they moved me, when they converted me. But they were just hell bent on, and it might have been because Jay Parks was already at safety as a freshman. But they was hell bent on keeping me at corner, and I still look back and I'm like, I wonder why they had. Maybe I underestimated my skills, but you think back then, even I was a tall dude, man. So even back then, I was a tall corner. Who else was my height? There was nobody else really my height.
You were a big corner.
Oh, Steve Hall was pretty tall, wasn't he?
Steve was 6'2", 6'3".
Yeah.
Dude, all the corners were big. Keo was 6'1".
Keo who? Wilson?
Yeah. What?
No.
He wasn't shorter than me. He wasn't shorter than me.
No. It might have been Chris Ford then. Might have been the tallest then.
No, Steve was definitely the tallest.
Okay.
So when you came, when you came in 95, right?
Yep.
So we had Reggie, we had George, we had Lehman, and we had Keough. It was hard to get in that safety spot because safeties don't rotate as much as corners.
And what Carlos play?
Carlos played corner with me, Steve. Keough played a little corner in LT.
Okay. Well, you ain't say Keough. Y'all had Steve, not Steve, and Smith. Y'all had Smith there. White boy.
Sean Smith?
Sean Smith.
Sean Smith played safety.
Oh, did he? Oh, yeah, he did.
Yeah.
Safety. Okay. All right. So, anyway, Alex Safari coming in, dude, gonna mix it up. I'll probably see him putting on a little weight, getting him in the box a little bit, man, because but like you said, that's some big ass corners, man. I think that's what we go after. I really didn't get a chance to see his hip flip because he never really had to flip him. Because when the ball came out of quarterback hands, he's destroying. Like we don't see him, have to flip and change direction and get up the field. But man, I'm talking about he was destroying everything in sight, man. All right, man. We're gonna stick with UK, man. They tearing me up on the question machine over here, man. The questions, boom, I'm trying to keep up. They way ahead of me. I gave them the schedule.
Keep them coming.
Way ahead of me. So we're gonna go to hoop real quick, man. When we go to the stuff outside the UK. Orlando Antigua back. Block Chin Coleman with him. I don't know if you heard any interviews or whatever. The one thing I took away that I like, man, Lacey. Lacey got a photo with Orlando.
Okay.
Larry Falk tried to ask her on Sunday morning, like they was on the date. You had there with Orlando, man, and it was a nice picture, man. She looked nice and he looked nice, but I was listening at his press conference, man. And I don't know if he had to say this, if this is something him and Cal talked about, something I noticed, but more, he said he's looking for guys that want to embrace the, what is the word he used? Basically, a paraphrase, that want to embrace the pressure of playing for the Cats, playing in Rupp Arena. I've assumed that's the first thing you check when you check. I don't care about athleticism. I don't care about 5 stars. I don't care how many points a game you score, because we both know when them lights come on, if the lights are too bright for you, then, so the one thing I took there, he said, he's looking for guys. He's about to get on the recruiting trail, get some guys in here, and we want to get guys who wants to embrace the pressure, man.
It all sounds good, right? It's not like we had one bad year. It's not like we haven't been recruiting quickly and Higgins and Jamal and all the Malik Monk and Devin Book. It's not like we haven't been recruiting and Cat. You know what I'm saying? We had one bad year. Obviously, people love Coach O. Great. And there's no better nickname than Chin. So let's see what happens. I'm just wait and see. I know Cal has the great thing about Cal, and people don't give him credit for it, is he has adapted more than once. He came from Memphis. Doing the dribble drive. Then he's adapted. He changed. Then he adapted again. So I'm not shocked. We had a bad year, man. It was a crazy circumstance. I just can't wait. And we shall see. But this team looks to be a damn good team. If he keeps going like people are saying he's going, it's gonna be interesting.
I didn't see the picture.
Lacey out here pimping. She.
Oh yeah.
Lacey out here straight pimping. I see you, Lacey. I see you.
Yeah, I'm curious. I kind of like the connections. Illinois had a pretty good run after the Big Ten tournament. I thought they did pretty well. The one thing I was kind of questioning, I didn't know much about Chin, and Chin does have a connection with the younger cats, I guess, from the recruiting standpoint. I didn't know if the stage may be too big for him, but I was said on Sunday the same thing, that I think the fact that you done coach with them on another team, and you know how we are once you get a fraternity with people you done played with or people you done been around, that if I can't vouch for you, like if I don't think you can do the job, I got first, like your interview, you interviewing with somebody who's been right next to you.
Right.
So it might be, it's probably people who call right now and be like, hey man, we go on a time machine, work machine, and be like, hey, we picking up this team. You played with so-and-so, man. We was gonna bring him on the team. Ooh, no. Then it might be people like, yeah, call. They might say, yeah, we look for a quarterback. And you call Tim Couch. You're like, yeah. I got it. Hey, I'm calling him right now. So I kind of like that idea that Orlando thought enough to bring Chin in, and I'm sure he probably got the first-hand full scoop what the pressure is going to be like. Orlando tell him what the expectation is, about like John Wall when he bring those NBA players back to Big Blue Madness. And then you hear the crowd erupt. And they all been to college before. Majority of them been to college before. So it's kind of like, damn, man. And John's like, yeah, it's always like this, yo. It's always like this.
Right.
Anyhow, so we should be in good hands. I'm still, you saying that that we had one bad year. We definitely had one bad year, but I don't know if we were trending in the right direction to stop that. Like, we got some good recruits in here, but and you talk about Quickly and Hagan and them guys coming on at the end. Yeah, but we want fast starters. We want that 38-0 one more time, man. 38-1 then.
That's a perfect storm. And
half those dudes was already here, though. Half those dudes was already here.
Right. That's what I'm about to say. And people, look, I'm gonna stop this. I'm gonna stop because it is what it is. Let me say this. One thing BBN needs to do is apologize to the Harrison twins. That's one thing they need to do, because they were throwing mad shade when they were here.
Yeah.
And they bailed us out in that tournament quite a few times. So it is what it is, man. Look, it happens. This ain't the first time. I mean, do we forget quickly? See this how I did that? Do we forget that year? Well, Nerlens went down. I mean, we lost to Robert Morris in the town NIT. Do we forget that? This ain't the first bad year we've had. Now, this year was off the chain bad, but we didn't make it to the tournament. When was that? 2000, I don't know, 14, 13, something like that.
Was it before or after the championship?
It was after, I think.
Might have been 13 then.
Yeah, so, I mean, it happens. It happens. And personally, we had a better team this year. We had more superstars. Look at that team. That team was hurting. But this team, I mean, the guys just didn't play well, man. That's it. It's just chalk it up to that. Uh-oh.
Hold on. So we gonna stay on UK, then we up through out of there. So B-Mac said he talked to Penn State fans that will. Hey, now this is the one thing I was saying all along. I thought that Levis was a strong runner and not afraid of contact. That's exactly what I've been saying all along.
The thing about it, though,
read the comment. I ain't read it before. That's what I've been saying. What I've seen about him on his highlights and on with a film I saw breakdown of just him playing, he'd tuck it down just like kind of like a Brett Favre. Like, Brett Favre don't mind sticking his head in there and just being tough for the play. But at the end of the day, I didn't see nothing that made me think like, hey, this joker got precision. So, breaking news. Hold on, UK fans. if y'all, because I've heard everything I've heard was, Liam picked Levis. He wants him to be here. He's going to give him an opportunity. I've also heard that Bo Allen is NFL material. I also heard that Joey Gatewood can only run the ball. He ain't that, he's not that accurate. He can only run the ball. And in my words, like Cam Newton. But a lot of people like to say Cam Newton ain't that inaccurate. Cam Newton's extremely inaccurate. But that's only.
But the thing about it is you have to also understand is that that's what Penn State wanted Levis to do, is to come in there and run and control the ball when they took out, just had the guy's name, can't think of the guy who started in front of him. So that was his role. Now,
so he won't. Also, when you throw the ball, he don't want him to complete. He just want to throw it and get out.
No. He didn't throw it much. He started one game, and that's the game that you have to watch to kind of get a better idea. But a lot of games he came in on certain packages and played that way. But when he started, he played a little differently than when he was just getting spot duty.
So you back on the bandwagon with that he gonna be the starter.
Stop. I never on the bandwagon. All I'm saying is the accurate thing is a little inaccurate. I'm just saying. I still don't think he beats out whomever is the starter. Some people saying it's Joey Gatewood. If Joey Gatewood is the starter, I don't see him coming in a short period of time and beating out a guy whom they didn't think he would progress this fast. So I just can't see. We've talked about this. We both just can't see him coming in the summer and with limited reps and limited time in the fall, beating out a guy who has proven himself, proven as much as he can during spring training, during spring football.
Okay. Here's one. What I want to go back real quick on basketball. This is what I wanted to ask you is why I had Frederick, the guard from Iowa, the shooter, man. This dude then shot 46% from three bone and 47% from three bone in 2 years at Iowa. You follow me, right?
That's shooting it.
Came out of Northern Kentucky, right?
Covington Captain.
Covington
Captain.
Cal didn't bring him in, right? So now everybody's saying, well, Johnny Juzang's situation. He went to college for 2 years, got a chance to prove he can do it. Now Cal needs a shooter. Hey, I didn't know you could shoot like that. Come over here to the tune of damn near 50% shooting from 3-point range. And not just, a couple spots here and there. So the question was asked, well, see, Cal's a big man for admitting, not a big man for admitting, but, backtracking to say, you know what, I didn't bring you in initially, but hey, I want you to play. I need you. And so everybody said, yeah, we needed that shooter. This is the first thought I had. You tell me what you think about it. The first thought I had was you already had a sharpshooter on your team. That's from Northern Kentucky that you didn't play. And now you're going to bring this guy in because you didn't think he can play. So to me, it's a total lack of respect for Kentucky basketball in general. But if you're at the University of Kentucky, you can have a lack of respect for anybody because you get the cream of the crop. But I was thinking so you're gonna bring him in and play because he hit a lot of threes at Iowa, but you're gonna play him over Pendleton County's Allen, Dante Allen. I don't know how to take that.
Yeah. Why wouldn't you? I don't understand. Just because this kid has gone on to prove that he can do it, right? On a high level, right? So why wouldn't you play him? That's the part that I don't understand is why wouldn't you play him? And the thing about it, the thing that kills me with all this stuff is he came out what? He came out 2018 or 2019?
He was there 2 years.
So he came out 2018. Okay.
Yeah.
Do you remember who we had in that 2018 class?
Was that Monk now?
No.
Or was that? That's Quickly in the first year?
Guess who else was in that class?
Who? It wasn't Ryan Harrell, no, was it?
Tyler Hero.
Tyler Hero, yeah. Tyler Hero.
Guess who else in that class?
But they didn't know Tyler Hero was going to be.
No.
Tyler Hero
They didn't know C.J. Frederick was either. They had Keldon Johnson too. So who would you replace him with? Right? See, this is the thing I do all the time. When people put up these lists, like top 5 point guards, blah, 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 all-star game, all this stuff. First question I ask is, who are you going to take off? And if you can't take anybody off, you can't put your guy in. So it's like that team, that squad has shooters. They had shooters. They didn't need a shooter in 2018. Okay. So he fell through the crack. Now, but they did give your boy from Kentucky, whom they didn't play last year as much as people wanted to.
Dante Allen.
I don't want to say his name.
Oh, okay.
Well, they did give him a scholarship because they need a shooter.
Yeah.
I mean, basketball, you don't have 20 scholarships to give out, right? And Cal seems to like to hold on to a couple just in case.
I give you that much. So, you think he's gonna come in and play over Dante Allen, or you think it's gonna be a rotation? Oh, you think you said that with no hesitation. He's just gonna come in. Okay.
I mean, I don't like saying stuff like this, but
yeah, you do. You
just said to start this off that Frederick is shooting almost 50% from 3-point range with a heavy volume, right?
Right.
All right. Dante Allen shooting probably 30-some% with volume, right?
Right.
So who would you play off of what you see?
I asked you a question. Did they call you burnt toast as a senior?
No.
Did they call you burnt toast as a sophomore?
No.
Case in point. Until you got out there and getting your feet wet on some reps, it was hard for you to be comfortable in that position on a play-by-play basis.
Right.
But so if you know you're not going to get pulled out, you can shoot more comfortably and you're going to get a higher volume.
But hold on. It's not like Frederick was their scorer. It wasn't like he was shooting like Steph Curry or Bradley Beal throwing up 12 or 13 3-pointers a game.
No, but he had what did he play 25 minutes a game?
Yeah, but he wasn't throwing up crazy amount of shots though.
I mean, it don't matter, but if you're on the floor, it's not really even about your shots, it's just you being on the floor. Here, put it like this. This is one, I'm gonna say this and we getting off of it because I don't want to get on the Cal bad. The one thing was, and I don't like, he put him in the game when everybody knew he was coming in the game and said, I'm putting you in the game, shoot. So basically, like, get in there and shoot. So it is kind of like it's equivalent to football. I'm going to put you in the game as a running quarterback and just run. I just put you in quarterback wedges. And teams are prepared for that now. Now they put 11 in the box. They don't even guard the wideouts. Like, we just going to put 11 in the box. And yeah, you might be effective once or twice, but at a certain point, man, put me in the regular game and let me get some action.
I think I recall in 2019, after Terry Wilson went down with that knee injury, and we came down with Lynn Bolden as quarterback, and everybody knew he was going to run, and Lynn still put up 100-some yards on everybody. So if you that dude, it don't matter if they know or not. You still putting up. You're gonna still shoot 40% from 3-point range. If they know that's all. James Harden can only go left. Force him right. You try, but know what James Harden gonna still get to? That left hand. Sometimes, if you that dude, it don't matter what you know. You that good to combat that. Frederick is that good of a shooter. He's proven it.
And it's cool if you shoot, you're not gonna get pulled out. It's cool if you shoot, if you're not shooting when with airtight defense, you get pulled out. But if you don't shoot, you get pulled out. Okay, I'm telling you, I've been in a situation. That ain't a comfortable way to play.
Now I know your level of your temperature on Cal. I know what it is, right? There were games that I watched. I didn't watch them all, so I'm not going to talk too much about it. Where Dante Allen got the ball and was open and didn't shoot.
Yeah.
It
could be your feet not being set. You didn't get a clean catch and everything. It could be a lot of different reasons. I agree with you there. What?
That's why I just stopped. I'm stopping.
No, I mean, like I said, give me the green light and shit, man. I'm off balance. I'm sky hooked. I'm everything, man. But I don't think that's fair, man.
No. Hold on, Ant. You a shooter, right? And this is how I was taught.
I'm not a volume shooter. I'm an in-game shooter.
Okay. I'm a shooter, right?
Right.
Coach told me you always ready to shoot. There ain't no time where your feet not set because you always ready. You coming off a pin down screen, you always ready to shoot. You prepare yourself to shoot. If he ain't preparing to shoot, that's on him. You know the ball's coming to you. Square your ass up. And if you can't square up off the catch, you square your ass up off the jump shot. I don't know. If I'm a shooter, you know who shot and who I like when he was here recently is Malik Monk. When he came off whatever down screen or whatever, when he got that ball, he was turning to shoot. Period. Preparation before the ball gets to you. That's all I'm gonna
say. He had the ball in his hands, man. And then all that stuff you talk about, I had to shoot. You weren't playing in Rupp Arena and you didn't have Kentucky across your chest. It's a whole different story. But
ding, ding, ding. And if you can't handle that,
no. Well, no, let me get used to it. Just like you let quickly and everybody else get used to let everybody else grow into their shoes. Just like you try to let Boston grow into his shoes. Let everybody grow into their shoes, man. When your kids was 5 or 6 or 7, you ain't buy their shoes like you do now. Where you know like you buy your shoes.
6 or 7, not 18, 19, 20.
Because your feet ain't growing no more at that point. But 5, 6, or 7, them jokers growing several times a year.
No. What I'm saying is that you have played enough basketball. You have played on the AAU circuit. You've played in big games in high school. Come on, man. Hey, either you made for this or you're not. In that first game he came in, he showed he was made for it, right? That Mississippi State game, he came in and put that 30, that 20 spot, whatever it was.
Yeah.
And then from that point on, it was a little
because people was on to him after that. We're gonna agree to disagree.
All right.
We're gonna agree to disagree.
That's fair enough.
But we did talk about people putting it. Where do you stand on Tim Tebow getting the opportunity to play football again like this, the MF and YMCA? How do you feel about Tim Tebow getting it? And here's my question. My two things is, one, how the hell did you just walk your ass back in? And I understand why, because the team he's going to, who's at the team. But how many people do you know outside of Colin Kaepernick that could actually play their position and needs an opportunity for you to say, you know what, I'm going to come in. Question number 2. Why you ain't play tight end when you asked you to?
Okay, let me answer the question number 2 first. All right. This is why only one guy could convince him and has convinced him that he should play another position. And that's the coach that he trusts. You know what I'm saying? He trusts Urban Meyer. If Bill Belichick asked him to play tight end, he would have said no. If all the good coaches he would have said no. A damn college coach comes in, whom he has. My son and I just had this talk. Relationships are everything in life. Just had a local guy here, basketball coach. Now he's a college assistant coach. You know why? Because he formed a great relationship with another coach that helped him get out of high school. Now he's a college assistant. Relationships are everything. And he has a relationship with Urban Meyer. Urban Meyer has a relationship with him. He's gonna be what I'm gonna call it. the Flavor Flav of Jacksonville. He is the hype man, so to speak. So he just brought someone who knows his system, knows what Urban Meyer preaches, and is going to be that conduit between him and the players. And hopefully, I don't think it's going to work, but I think that's what Urban Meyer is thinking about.
Well, Urban Meyer made his first MFing mistake.
That ain't
you
the first.
tell me if your name is Van House and you in the camp, if you a vet, one thing. But if you a rookie or somebody only been there a year or two is another thing. But if you a vet and you got a new coach and you trying to win, and they pull this kneel and pray and joker out of nowhere and say, "Hey, we about to," and they like, "Dude, this dude been out of the league since I was in college." Like who gonna be cool? Like you gonna rattle the locker room? Hey. I can understand if you bringing him in camp, but
look, that is bad already, right?
Yeah.
What if his ass makes the 53-man roster?
Oh, if he make a 53-man roster, you lost the whole team, man. Dude, you lost the whole team, man.
See, but this Urban Meyer, this is what Urban Meyer thinks this is college, and it's not. This is not college elevated. This is another level. This is not just a little elevation of college. You got some dudes that are playing on this team that in their 30s with 5 kids and on their second wife. This ain't just a damn education or something or getting to the next level. These guys ain't going for that, man. I'm gonna just say this. If he makes, this is what Urban Meyer is gonna have to do. If you want to go this route, he's gonna have to build his team through the draft with a lot of young boys who are still okay with the rawness. You know what I'm saying? Greg Schiano figured that shit out quickly. You can't do that bull in the NFL like you do in college. And Urban Meyer's going to find out quickly. Either he's going to adapt or he won't last long.
Yeah, I think that's what's going to be for him, man. He ain't going to. Yeah, especially with that move.
It makes no. Who came up with the move, though? Like,
that's the question. Did he call Tim or did Tim call him? Now, that's the question.
Damn, that's a good question.
That's the question.
That's $1 million question. Damn, that's a good question.
Yeah.
What do you think? What do you think happened?
I don't know. I think his agent says, "Hey, man, da da da," and I don't think Tim Tebow's into the publicity stunt because they saying when he was at events, he'd just lock himself in a room because I guess he's not into worldly things or something. Okay, but I would assume his agent said, "Hey, I got an opportunity for you to make," but no, but. He done made money playing baseball. He's made money doing commentating. I don't know if I want to go out there Tim Tebow was playing in 2008. Hell no. I didn't know 30. No, man. I ain't trying to take no hits. And I ain't damn sure ain't trying to be no camp dummy. Man.
He never played tight end. All this stuff. You know what's funny, man? You know what this reminds me of? My senior year in high school. Our tailback Skip a lot of summer workouts. So the first game, coach punished him. He couldn't play for 2 or 3 games, right?
Right.
So I was flipping from quarterback to running back. And at quarterback, when we went to pass and nobody was open, I would carve up a defense. I'm getting in and out. I'm Sugarfoot on, right?
Right.
Man, they put me in that backfield. It's a totally different animal, man. People don't understand the difference between being a quarterback and running and being a running back and running. It's night and day. Tim Tebow running over fools playing quarterback, right?
Right.
It's totally different when you got your hand in the sand and I'm going to teeing you up. It's totally different. He don't want that smoke, man. It's a different game. I don't care how physical you are. When you put them hands in the ground, bruh, I went down a linebacker one time. It's a different game. That them big boys come up on you quick, man. It's he. I don't know why he's doing. I don't know if it was a publicity stunt to keep Jacksonville in the media, but it's no way Tim Tebow one time, bruh. No way Tim Tebow can make that team. He shouldn't even make the first cut.
You might, yeah. See, cause I was thinking like kind of like college or high school. Like in college, if you got a big star on your team, it brings the pro scouts to watch the games and watch more of the film. In high school, if you got a good player, it brings the college scouts to watch. But in the pros, you don't need no publicity stuff. Well, I don't know. Maybe Urban liked the circus though. People come around and interview Tim all the time. Maybe he just likes the attention because people are gonna watch. What is it? 2 preseason games now, or whatever. People are gonna keep an eye on Jacksonville to see his progress.
All Tim Tebow needs is one of them clocks on his chest. He's flavor. I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you, it doesn't make sense because he's taking. Look, this is like you said. This is what the locker room says. You're taking a damn spot of someone who can potentially come really help this team. You ain't got that many roster spots, even camp spots. It ain't like you bring in 200 people. You bring in a set number of guys in camp. Now you took one guy out because you want to bring Tim Tebow,
or you have an up back on punt, a placeholder, a third or fourth string quarterback, emergency quarterback, and a tight end. And on the other thing, I'm going to say, are you going to run down there on kickoff?
Right.
Which now kickoff ain't really that big of a deal. So you ain't ever bringing it out. I mean, you ain't getting it out. So, but I think when you said taking a spot, I think the one flexibility you got. Oh, you know what? I wonder if they trying to Joe Germain us.
No, they trying to Taysom Hill. They trying to.
How many years Tebow got in? He got 4?
No.
He got 3?
No.
You sure? Hey, we might be on to something. We might be on to something. This may be his 4th year pension.
Dude. Oh, I see where you're going. But Tim Tebow's played enough to get it, I think.
No, it's years. No matter what you did.
No, years. I think he played enough years.
Well, if I asked you 3 or 4 years and you said
no. I thought you said you have 3 or more years in him now.
No. I thought he only had like 3 years.
No.
I don't remember him more than 3 years. But need 4 years and 4 games. Or 3 years and 4 games.
He has 3. 2010, 11, and 12.
He needs 3 years and 4 games. I'm telling you, I was on the Rams. I was on the Rams with Joe Germain when I said, man, this dude, he was on there 3 years. He gets cut. Cincinnati Bengals pick him up, and he played half a season. And I can see that, man. And if you check out what Dez Bryant said, he got a good article, man. Some people take it the wrong way. But Dez Bryant had a good tweet, which turned into an article kind of about, I could see Urban taking care of him. If that's the case, you're going to be set for life. Here, man, just come play with, keep you on the roster for six games and get him his pension. I ain't got a problem with it because I would love for somebody to do that for me or have. But, I mean, at the detriment of the team, that's going to kind of be it. It's not really a detriment, though, because if he third string on everything, he shouldn't have to be.
Does practice squad count?
They count practice squad towards something now. It counts toward tenure, but not being vested or vice versa.
Because he's been on the practice squad 2 years.
No, he get that for you to get certain, but for pension, you gotta have the game. You gotta have the games, but to get it's something else. Like they count towards you having how many years you've been in the NFL, so it counts as 5. But as far as pension, it don't count toward the pension.
Yeah, he's definitely got 3 years though in game. So,
let me see. So, Tim Tebow will keep an eye on that. I'm gonna go one more subject, man. We're gonna talk about Bob Baffert, or we're gonna talk about Eddie George.
Let's talk about Eddie George. Let's talk about Eddie George because that's in my wheelhouse. HBCUs, I'm excited because you know why I'm excited? Because I'm gonna take it a little bit left a little bit and then I'm gonna come back. You know who might be coaching my Southern University? Marshall
No.
Falk.
Not my dude. Not
Your
Rush.
dude, Marshall.
Oh yeah.
There's a chance. Look, we can say all we want to say about Deion, right?
Yeah.
But know what Deion has done? He's opened up the eyes of some of these ADs of getting a name, of getting a brand into their college, and hopefully helping that college bring in some more funding to help them young men that they bring into their university perform. Because we say it's a sideshow, right? Eddie George has no coaching experience, but you know what it does? It brings an eye on that team, which can create revenue, which can help those teams. So I'm all for it. I do. If Marshall Falk comes to Southern, I'm getting season tickets.
Yeah, I'm coming down there, man. You need to take me in there with you. So you cool if they go 0-12, but the stands are packed and we get them donations.
I don't see 0-12, but if we go 0-12 and increase funding, yes, I'm all for it. Dude, you don't understand. Look, back in 1990, was it 1 or 92? Well, 91, maybe. My dad played a semester at Southern football, right?
Right.
I went to the dorms, bro. I went to the weight room. It was crap. No high school team should be working out in the facilities they had. I'm just being real. So anything to help them young men increase funding that can go to them and make their situation better, I'm all for it. If Marshall Falk only goes there for 2 years, but he raised $5 million, I'm all for it. Just like Deion's doing. I'm all for it.
My plight is if they go 6-6, 4-8, and the money's coming in, but these guys ain't getting opportunity at the next level just because the wins ain't there and they ain't being able. And I'm sure they should have some talent. Now I think the only thing that's gonna couple this and make it work is you got to get some big time recruits. You got to get some 5 stars. You got to get maybe, just pull 1 or 2, maybe a quarter. Because if you go down to that level, ain't that just above? You think that's above? No, you think how far above junior college you think it is?
Oh, it's way above junior college.
Because I was thinking how Cam Newton went down to
It's way.
A lot of them people, like shit, even Terry Wilson tore up junior college.
Junior college, dude, it's almost like playing Pee Wee football compared to where you come from. Dude, the fields are crappy. Remember Pee Wee football with your practice field was shitty? Yeah. Your what, dude, it's that bad. You don't have you gotta buy your own shoes. Like it's bad, dude. Oh yeah. Don't go by that little one team that's on TV. Go ask some junior college player how bad it is. No, it's not that bad. It's way above junior college.
Okay.
But here's the deal. Take a look at what Deion Sanders is bringing in Jackson State. Check out the amount of JUCO of the transfer people he got to come to Jackson State. Jackson State is in the state capital, Mississippi. The same way Southern is in the state capital, Baton Rouge. That's only a heartbeat away from New Orleans. It is a happening, dude. Kids will come. Dude, we get kids from California to come to Southern all the time. Why are you going from California to come to Baton Rouge?
Okay.
LSU is right down the street, and New Orleans is an hour away. And when I say LSU is right down the street, it's literally right down the street.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if that's enticing. I don't want to be I don't want to be at Southern, and I'm trying to pick up chicks on the weekend at the local IHOP, and here come LSU D1 players, and they're talking about
no, Anthony, hold on, brother. Anthony, let me hip you up to something. They actually take classes on some schools. They take classes on each of the classes. They swap. So sometimes LSU come to Southern go to LSU. No, bro, it is legit. Let me just say that. You come to Southern, you are in a great spot to experience all of the amenities that are offered in a great city of Baton Rouge. Trust me. You have access to all of it.
Okay. And I guess it got to be all for the right reasons. I don't doubt anything you say. I'm not against anything you say because Eddie George is slated to make $400K a year to coach. I guess he could have got in the media, maybe made a little bit more change, or around that same amount of change without having to go through the whole recruiting and that. But so long, I think their heart's in the right place. I didn't find any experience for Eddie George as far as coaching. So I don't know. I think Marshall may have coached his son in high school or helped out in school, but maybe I don't think he was a head man or whatever.
And we all know right now that being a head coach is not like being a head coach back in the 80s where you didn't have where your coaching staff was. I mean, think about when we played. The amount of people that was associated with football, let's just say 20 people, right? Yeah, maybe 30. Right. The amount of people associated with football now, you probably got 80 people that's in the football program. They got positions upon positions, nutritionists, all kinds of stuff.
But if he only making 400, how much more money they got to go around? You gonna have some people working for 15,000.
Well, look, let me tell you something else. When Deion Sanders became an option for Jackson State, the donations went skyrocket. Yeah. They will get some funding. Don't worry.
Well, we'll see that, man. And my man Kenny Mayne's out of the house again. Man, we can try to see if we can't get Kenny Mayne to come on here and we just go 3. We just have a 3-man show. I gotta have Kenny Mayne on there. When I get off here now, I'm going to look up Kenny Mayne videos. Sometimes I just go on YouTube at night, just look up his clips, man, and just be like, man, that dude I like dry humor. Like he say the dumbest stuff with a straight face.
Right. What wasn't him and Stuart Scott on?
I think they were. Yeah.
Yeah, that was good times.
All right, man. We're gonna see what happens with Thursday. Clink Scales out here. There ain't gonna be too much news with the stories we talked about today. We know Bob Baffert's horse is gonna be able to run in the Preakness.
No, he is running. He's running.
No, they said they're gonna test him before the race again. And there ain't no retesting it. If it ain't out of his system, if it's still in the system, if they were to trace in the system, then they ain't letting him run. Because he can't take that stuff a week before the race. So if there's any trace of it in the system, they're not gonna let him run. But I really wanted to get into that because it sounds real Bill Belichick-ish. But it's still on Thursday. Yeah. Because he got in a lot of trouble. And he acted like he don't know how it got in there. Yeah. It's kind of Deflategate-ish. Well, when he got tested before, it wasn't in there. Then he gave him something, and it's probably better off to discuss it on Thursday because there will be more information out on it. But Bob Baffert has a history of playing to win, I guess.
Right. Hey. If you don't cheat, you're not trying to win, right?
Hey, that's what they beat Ken Griffey Jr. up with at the end of his career, man, because he ain't want to take the pill. They said, man, yeah, man. I'm saying, how you gonna bash Ken Griffey Jr., man?
Right.
That's Anyways, man.
Hey, hold. Let me end with this real quick. Tim Tebow, last year in Denver, had a 7-4 record. Guess what his completion percentage was?
It was like 30, wasn't it?
46.5. But he's a winner, though. He's a winner.
Oh, yeah. Because the one game, that joker went like 2 for 12. He went for like 2 for 12. And the 2 passes he completed was on that game-winning drive, I think.
Oh,
I think he did that twice.
Yeah, against Pittsburgh? Was that the playoff game against Pittsburgh?
When he threw it to Decker, he had Aaron Decker.
Yes, that was Pittsburgh, yes.
Was that Pittsburgh? It may have been.
Because Ron Clark couldn't play because it's disorder.
Oh, yeah. You're right. You're right. But yeah, man, that is true, man. So I don't know. We'll see what happens with that too, man.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting.
It might be a hot boy summer, man. It's gonna be all good. We got all this kind of foolishness going on. Man, this is some foolishness that was on this list, man.
Yeah.
A horse getting disqualified, man. DK Metcalf running 100. Hey, if he get a couple more, if he gets some reps under, he couldn't sustain his high speed. Like he got to his top speed, and them dudes, the runners, they had that oxygen.
Bruh, I'm a track guy. You can't be 6'3", 230 running 100, bro.
He was with him for
right.
about 40 meters.
Right.
40 meters.
Look.
And then after they pulled away from him, they sustained.
Hold on.
Like he didn't fall way back.
Hold on. Gravity is no joke. But let me tell you something.
Oh, yeah.
I just went to a high school track meet, and a high schooler just ran a 10.33 FAT. It's totally different. People don't understand. Hold on. Let me give one more thing, and then I'm done. When you time a 40, right, it goes off of the movement. Remember this. This is why I want people to understand track speed is totally different. I would tell you a track guy can run under 4-second 40. Here's why. When they time the 40, it's off the move. So they have a guy who starts the clock, right? So you're talking about 2 or 3 tenths just off of that right there. Track guys have run 4 ones, 40 meters, 40 yards, off a gun, which is a reaction. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Trust me, it's different. And his top end speed, Metcalf's top end speed is at about 30 meters.
Yeah.
Them sprinters is about 60 to 70. It's a total difference, man. It's people don't understand. It is totally different. Now, I'm surprised he ran a 10.37, but he ain't going to improve too much more off of that at that size, man. He's just too big.
Yeah,
he's tall and big. Ben Johnson was short and big. He's 6'3", 6'4", 230. That it doesn't
if I was him, I wouldn't let him do it. Man, dude, all I said just him for the reasons you just said, all that muscle, and probably a lack of somewhat. He probably flexible, but somewhat a lack of flexibility. All I can hear is pop. All I can hear is that hammy, man. Especially driving that hard.
He trained for it though. See, your hamstrings, your pull hamstring comes from overusage. And I don't think he was overusing himself. He ran, like you said, he ran amazing. There ain't too many people. I'm gonna tell you right now, Tyreek Hill couldn't run too much faster than that.
Yeah.
Right. His top end speed, his max velocity is at the beginning. And now when you running, it's who decelerates the least. No one can run fast for a whole 100 meters. Some people decelerate. It's all deceleration. And Tyreek Hill would decelerate so fast, it would be funny. I'm just saying, it is what it is. High school guy in Louisiana, I think he's a junior, ran a 10.33 this weekend. Think about that. He's in high school. And I think he was top 8 in the nation. So there's 7 other guys that's running faster than 10.3 in high school. Think about that.
All right, man. Well, we've come to the end. We come to the conclusion. We got to ask y'all to head over to YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Periscope, Twitter, Instagram. Go ahead and follow us, man. Comment, like, subscribe. Y'all been doing a good job, man. I'm getting messages throughout the week that people are commenting and subscribing, man. We appreciate that. Somebody won the state in Kentucky at 11 flat.
No, don't say that.
Well, the dude that played running back here, Alfonso Smith, he won it with 11 flat. And it might have just been his class, but he won it with 11 flat. I was there.
11.
Your head. Yeah, man.
11 flat, won it?
Yeah, won.
Dude, in the lower classes, you gotta break, you gotta run sub 11. You can't be in 11s and win and stay here. And I don't care what class you in. You gotta be sub 11, 10-9, 10-8 at least.
Oh. All right, y'all, man. We'll be back on Thursday. Go over ahead and subscribe. Follow VStyle17 on Twitter, A.White on Facebook, Instagram. Not Facebook. Instagram, Twitter. What's the other one? Oh, YouTube. I don't have a YouTube page. All right. See y'all back here on Thursday, same time, same place. All right.